personal reasons. I have a child that falls under special education and he struggled all through school. I was already a teacher. I was a regular ed teacher, and the struggles I had with him made me see that there are more kids in the system that needed help. So I became a special ed teacher. Having a student come into my class who could not read at all, who is now reading fluently, some small little words, but he's reading them fast and fluently, and that's the highlight of my year so far.
Well, I started to work at the school when my daughter started to school, and I just fell in love with it. When you are working with a child and all of a sudden the light bulb goes off and they get it.
I became a SPED teacher because I wanted to make a difference, not just academically, but also being there for my students socially and emotionally. I felt that I've been called to serve, and this is the way that I've been serving. The biggest highlight for me would be my students coming to me and they are ready and willing to learn. They'll come in and ask me, so what are we working on today, or how am I doing with a goal? And they're not just in my room just to come and play games, but they really work hard and they really want to achieve their goals.
I became a SPED teacher because I just really love being able to work in small groups and starting from the very, very, very basics and watching them grow throughout the year. It's my favorite thing too. My biggest highlights are watching behaviors change as you work through them throughout the year. And honestly, having all of my students learn their letters and numbers is my favorite thing.
I chose this career just because I wanted to help, struggling learners kind of become motivated. I know that a lot of kids that struggle in school, they kind of get low confidence and they think that they can't do it. And I just wanted to be the light that told them that they can and that they're capable of doing anything that they set their minds to. The biggest highlight of my job is when the light bulb finally goes off and the kids are like, man, I really can do this. I'm smart and I have the capabilities to do anything that you ask me to do.
I think special education is like a whole overview of all subjects, and so it's not just necessarily narrowing in on one specific subject, but it's just identifying with the student. It's just checking out the student, finding out what makes them. And so that's where special education came in, that I didn't have to just narrow one subject, I just got to love on students and care for them. Last year, the graduating seniors, I had those girls, and well, guys too, that stuck with me for 4 years through the program, whether it was in a math subject or a transition or my WOOF program. And so I'm making relationships with my kids. I'm also making sure that they are productive kids when they get out of school. And so these kids and the relationships that I make and the texts that I get after they've graduated, that's what it's all about. That's why I do what I do. My kids.